Hello, hello, and welcome to my channel, SkeeterJones Things. I'm Misty, and in this video I will be featuring the items that are in the Goodwill bag that I finally got. My local Goodwill actually doesn't normally have jewelry bags, or at least I've never been there when they have them, so I have assumed that they don't. But at any rate, I stopped in there one day and there was a bag, so I grabbed it. Have no idea what's in it. I have kind of, given it a look through. Haven't really gone through the bag yet. And also just a local community children's athletics was having a yard sale. So I stopped by there and picked up a couple of things just to support the community. And I'll be going through those as well, just because it's only, I think, 4 pairs of earrings. I'll save those for the end. First, I want to go through this Goodwill bag. But before we do all of that, if you see anything you like, please give me a like and a share. Consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. And if you would engage with comments, that will help my channel as well. Just please be kind with your comments. And then lastly, before we start showing the jewelry, I would like to show you my new ordering procedures. I'm figuring this out as I go. I'm relatively new at this, and so I've decided to just do the email at SkeeterJones Things rather than the going through eBay and doing the discount there. So if you would email me at SkeeterJonesThings@gmail.com if you want to order something, include the video name, the item number, which I will be using numbers now for the items, and a brief description of the item, and your PayPal email. Here are some things here to keep in mind. I usually only have one of each item available just because of the nature of how I source my items. Please ask all questions. I love communicating with my viewers and my buyers, and I want you to make an informed decision. And please keep in mind I can't accept refunds or returns, so please ask all of your questions prior to ordering. All right, with all of that said, let's get to it. Like I said, I normally have never seen bags or jars at any of my local thrift stores, really. But everyone else seems to find them at their local Goodwill, or they say at their Savers. Savers must not be in the South, because I have never heard of Savers before I started watching people on YouTube. So let's get to it. They seem to have everything kind of separated into these little bags with Urban Home Market, which I've never heard of that, but they have all these things separated into these little Urban Home bags, with the exception of a couple of necklaces. So we'll start with those. This is a metal, chunky, kind of copper toned, let's see if I can zoom out a little bit, copper toned necklace. It has an extender that is about 2 inches long. To the inside of the big chunky parts here, it's about 8.5 inches. It's about 10.5 to the outside right there. And then you have a 2-inch extender. And this is all lightweight metallic. It doesn't feel as heavy as it looks, but it is really cool, this coppery color. It does not, I don't think, do you have a maker? Or any kind of marks? It does not. But it is really nice looking. The chain is in great condition. It's in really nice condition. I don't know, that sort of makes me think Chico's. That has kind of a Chico's vibe to it. Okay, and if you're interested in that one, we'll just call it Copper Chunky Necklace, and it will be item 1. Okay, next is this that has J. Crew vibes. I think everybody would probably agree to that. Let's move these out of the way. Let's see. It looks like it's in great shape. It's very chunky blue cabochons with these little dangly beads with the little caps on them. And it does have an extender that's about 2 inches long. All of the length measurements I'm going to give you here will be just without the extender, and then I'll tell you how long the extender is. So this, without the extender, is 12 inches to the inside of the drop, and then to the bottom of, I'll just call this a pendant here, to the bottom of that is about 16.5. And let's give you a close-up here of the chain, which appears to be, this seems to focus more when I zoom in. I just have to remember to zoom back out when I'm showing an item. Yeah, the chain is in great shape. The clasp is showing a bit of wear, but the chain itself is in nice shape. And then here are these little cabochons. They don't look dinged up or scratched up. They look really nice. The only wear really noticeable is right there on that lobster clasp. And here's the back of the settings, and that's in really nice shape. And we'll just call that blue statement necklace is what we will call that, and it will be item 2. I'm trying to clear these out quickly and move on to the next item while I'm keeping the pieces organized behind me, so I'll know what number goes with what item later without having to watch the video again. This is a large, very large, just look at it. It takes up my whole palm. That is about 3 inches across, and it feels like some kind of maybe resin or not epoxy. What's the word I'm looking for? I'll say resin, but it looks like it's got a stone, like a slice of some kind of stone inside. Some kind of agate or quartz maybe. But this is epoxy or resin, some kind of thing like that. The cords here look like they're in great shape, and it's a fabric. You can see that it's like a really shiny, chintzy fabric. Little cord, little faceted bead here, and that's acrylic or plastic. The chain is in nice shape. The lobster clasp is in nice shape. I do not see a maker on it, and that is a really statement, large, unique piece. Let's see. It has a drop. It's got a small extender. Let me clasp that so I can show you the length. Okay, the extender is about 2 inches. The drop is 8 inches, and then 11 inches to the bottom of the pendant. And we'll just call that black statement necklace. Item 3. Anything you want more information about, you can email me. Of course, you're not, you don't have to be purchasing something to email. Here is a loose earring. We'll see if that has a mate. So if you just want information about a piece, you can email me about that as well, or comment right here in the on the video. I'm going to look up and see what that Urban Home is, or if anyone happens to know what it is, put it in the comments. Let me know. This is pretty. New with tags. I do not see a maker on the tag. It is lead compliant and not intended for children. Can't really read the original price. I'm sure if I scrutinized that, I could probably figure it out. But let's see. It's got decent stretch. Oh, well, it has decent stretch, but some of the elastic is actually coming loose. So that will go into craft. Here is a stretchy bracelet as well that makes a nice sound. That'd be a good fidget for somebody. A little bit of wear. I don't know if you can see right there. Let's zoom in a bit. That seems to be when it focuses better. Yeah, a little bit of wear, like right there. And there's probably similar wear in other spots on here. But overall, it looks like it's in really nice condition. The sort of modernist, brutalist, hammered look. This looks like faux amber, maybe. These little tan beads. Just had to hear that sound again. We'll just call that hammered gold tone bracelet, and it has a drop. It measures about 7 3/4, 7.5 really, but then it does stretch, but without any stretch, about a 7.5 on that. And we'll say hammered gold tone bracelet, item 4. All right, next, this little rubbery, that's not going to be number 5. This will go to craft. It's just a little plastic rubbery bracelet. And just for your information, it's about 8.5, but it's going to craft. Let's see what these are. These are going to be number 5. Look how cool these are. Okay, gold tone. Yeah, gold tone. Little faux tortoise and faux pearls. Those are really pretty. Let's see. A little bit edgy looking, but not, you know, super edgy. Just under 3 inches long. And do they have a maker? Okay. Ann Taylor. And it's on both of the backs. The earrings themselves don't have a mark, but since both of those backs say Ann Taylor, the earrings are probably Ann Taylor. Number 5, Ann Taylor faux tortoise earrings. Okay, and here we have little glass beads. Oh, no, wait, look. This is one thing you can look for. Okay, you might think that a bead is glass, and please pardon my nasty nails. But if you can see little inclusions down inside, most glass isn't really going to have that. So that would be worth checking out. Is there a mark anywhere on the hooks? I do not see some dirt or some tarnish right there. Possible wear or possible tarnish. I'm going to check those out. So I'm going to turn on the Presidium and let it warm up for a minute. And while we're letting that warm up, we'll check out these hooks. Okay, the scratch looks promising. When your scratch is really bright like that, that's not a guarantee that it's going to be sterling, but it is promising. And then use some 18 karat solution. You can use silver testing solution, but it's just a quicker, easier read to use 18 karat solution because it will turn the scratch blue if it is sterling. I see little flakes of blue. I'll try one more scratch just to be sure. Let's see. want to show this for any of you who may not have ever seen this work. Okay, look how that's just bubbling away. That is just eating that up. So no, those are not sterling. This is an acid test, and that's literally what was just happening. Is it was just eating that that silver away. The acid was just dissolving it. And if you do acid testing, I would recommend using testing acid neutralizer, because your stone itself can become contaminated with the acid, so that the next time you test something, it could give you incorrect results. I really should be using gloves when I'm handling the acid too. It won't burn necessarily, but it does, well, I guess it technically would be a burn. It turns your skin bright yellow, and then it stays bright yellow for a few days and then peels. Okay, so let's make sure we're getting a decent reading on the Presidium. We'll test the calibration. That's good. And then we'll test the glass. And that is good. Okay, so let's see where these stones read, or if they read at all. Oh, they are. They are going, oh my goodness, into the jadeite spinel area. Okay. And yeah, oh my goodness. So jadeite or spinel. How odd that that would not be on a sterling hook. But it's not. So we'll just call these, I'll research further to see exactly what this stone is, but we'll call it for now jadeite. It may not necessarily be jadeite, but it's in the same realm as spinel and jadeite. So anyway, just for the purposes of these, if you're interested in asking about them, item 6, they will be jadeite earrings. And if you have a Presidium, don't throw away your little cap, because these needles wear out, and they will wear out a lot faster if you do not keep them capped when you're not using them. Okay, and you also don't need to leave your Presidium turned on for a long time, because they overheat pretty quickly. Okay, what have we here? Okay. All right. Where's my garbage bag? Okay, clamper. That looks nice. A little bit of wear right here. I don't know if that's showing up in the camera very well. That's kind of green. Yeah, actually, it does not look all that great after all. Okay, there's some green inside too. That's just going to go to craft. There's varying opinions on whether verdigris is cleanable or not. That's something I'll experiment with and find out. Maybe we'll do that on a future video. This is a little beaded, it's going to go to craft because it's got all kinds of issues, but it is a bracelet, it looks like. It was probably pretty cute in its day. Look at that. A bit large and chunky for my taste, for my style. I normally don't wear things like this, but it is cute. Orange beads, little rhinestones, and faux pearls, but that will go to craft. This might go to craft as well. Just little plastic panels. What do you call those, panels? But they're plastic, and they're just glued onto this metal, maybe brass base. No kind of mark on it. It comes in at about 8, 8 1/4, and we'll just toss that into craft. The stretch is no good here, so this is going to be craft as well. Is it a stone of some kind? No, look at those drill holes there. You can tell that these are glass or maybe ceramic and painted. And that is probably supposed to be a faux, maybe lava rock or something. It's some kind of metal. But things to look for. Look at the drill holes. That's a dead giveaway on natural stones and on pearls even. I'll go in depth on some things that I've learned about identifying beads like that. Little things to look for. But that's going to go into craft. Let's see. Here is Jack Sparrow as Santa. Well, not Jack Sparrow, but, you know, the little octopus-faced guy from Pirates of the Caribbean. Anyway, Santa earrings and little snowflake earrings. These look like maybe somebody handmade these. Okay, and white snowflake earrings. A little Christmas ornament earring. There's not a maker on that. We'll see if it has a mate. And a little Christmas tree. And we'll see if it has a mate. But these little beaded earrings will probably just put in a lot together. Okay, next. This is going to have some stuff to test. I can already tell. Okay. Oh, here's the match to that. Okay. These are not going to be anything to look into because right here the stone does not even fit the opening that it's in. These are just little I don't know, just little cheap things. So we're just going to toss those in the craft. Okay, little doggy. We will put him in craft as well. Okay, these, I doubt, if they're in a Goodwill bag, I doubt these would be real, and they are not. One of the easiest tests on pearls is rub them together, and you know that if they have the gritty feel. Some people will rub them on their teeth. Some people are not into that. There are other tests too, but the quickest and easiest one is to rub them together lightly, and if you feel if it feels really smooth and slick, then they are faux, and if they have sort of a gritty feel, then they are more likely to be real. Okay, I'm getting a lot of these. Whenever I get jewelry lately, there will be at least a couple of these things thrown in there. It is not marked. Some of these little minimalist dainty rings can actually be gold. I don't think this is, though. So I'm just going to toss that into craft. And if it ends up being something, then somebody just got something special. Okay, this is just black plastic or acrylic beads. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera. Let's see, no maker. Sometimes the mark will be on this little tiny part of the lobster claw. Oh, my nails are terrible. Okay, well the metal there is in nice shape. This is just little chunky pieces of plastic or acrylic that appear to be in great shape. So we'll just call this black acrylic necklace item 7. Okay, that little beaded thing, it's got me really, really curious. And this one does too. I'm going to save those for a little last in this little bunch. Okay, here is a, would this still be considered a cha-cha necklace? I don't know if to be a cha-cha necklace it has to have the kind of little chain mail with all the beads on it. This is just a double strand with some glass and some plastic and acrylic beads. I do not see a maker on it. And let's see, it does have an extender. I'm having a difficult time. There it is. Okay. Okay, this would hang really, really high. The shortest strand only has a drop of about 6 inches. That's without the extender, which is 2 inches long. To the bottom of the whole thing is 8 inches. So 6 inches and 8 inches, but you have a 2-inch extender, so it could go as high as 8 inches and 10 inches with if you use the extender on that. Let's give you a drive-by of the chain here. Okay, I hope I'm not giving you motion sickness with all the bumping of this camera. Everything looks like it's in really great shape. Nice condition. Oh, what was that? Thought I saw a mark, but I did not. Okay, there I go again, bumping the camera. Okay, we will just call this double strand beaded necklace, item 8. Okay, these two items I'm very curious about. We'll start with this one. This looks like maybe hematite in between maybe some sterling. I don't see a mark, but that doesn't always mean anything. So we will test the clasp. And we will test one of these beads. Okay, the scratches are a little golden colored. I'm bringing this up so close to the camera so you can see what it does there. Okay, that is not, I didn't expect it to be really with that golden color to the scratches. That could mean copper or brass. Let's see if I can keep that from getting on my fingers. It doesn't hurt, but like I said, it makes that ugly yellow spot on you that peels and everything. Okay, let's finish talking about this one. So I don't know what this metal is. Maybe a pewter. And these darker beads in between, the kind of glassy looking ones, look like maybe hematite. They do look like natural stone from the drill holes. Now it looks nice. I might have to Google lens that and see exactly what this is. 8 inches on the drop with no extender. And we'll just call this hematite and silver tone for now. Hematite and silver tone necklace, item number 9. And then next, we're going to do some gem testing on that because I'm wondering what that is. I was thinking garnet, but it has this sort of cat eye look to it that garnet does not have. And then I don't know what these black beads could be. Maybe glass. Maybe glass, maybe onyx. We'll see. What does the clasp say? The clasp has 925, I believe. And it does. Okay. So we're looking at something kind of special here, I think. So let's test. Just because a chain is not marked sterling or 925 doesn't mean that it isn't. And sometimes just because it is marked doesn't mean that it is. So there is the clasp. And here is one of these beads. Okay, there. It's a really bright silver scratch, as you can see. Let's hold this up close, and hopefully we'll see that reaction. Looking for it to turn blue. Oh yes, very sterling. Awesome, awesome. And that's the bead. And then the see, the bead's on this side and the clasp is on that side. So those are sterling. Okay, and I'm very curious to find out about this dark red stone. Where does it read, or does it read at all? Oh, well, it helps if I take the cap off. Okay. Okay, it goes up to the quartz, amethyst, citrine. It blew right past the garnet line. Tanzanite, aquamarine, quartz, amethyst, citrine. Maybe it's a some type of quartz, or maybe some sort of amethyst. You know what? I'm going to check these black ones too, just because you never know. Okay, it looked like it was going to pass right by the glass line, but I think it stopped. Yeah, so the black beads are glass. The red ones are reading in that quartz, amethyst, citrine range. And then you've got sterling. So I'm going to have to do some research on this to see exactly what we have on our hands here. But look at these colors. This sort of a tiger eye, cat eye effect on these red beads. And then you've got the sterling beads and the black glass beads. That's nice. This is a really nice necklace. Okay. Let's measure it. It does not have an extender. And it is 16 inches. And we will call that sterling sterling beaded necklace number 10. Okay, we took some time on that one. What is this? It has some interesting pieces in it. Okay, a Christmas pin. Okay, I'm having to really zoom in to make this focus. There we go. Okay. I realized I wasn't saying anything. about 1.5 inches, and it is marked. What is this marked? NR, NA, and H. I might have to look that up, or if you know what that mark is, I would appreciate you sharing. I would always appreciate you sharing in the comments if you happen to know a mark or something else. If you know any information on something I'm showing, that way we can all learn together. I am by no means a gemologist or an expert, and I love sharing the knowledge. I did not put a name on this, but it obviously is item 11, and we'll just call that NA Christmas pin. Okay. This is not leather. This is just a faux suede, and I can straighten that out. So if you're interested in this but you don't like the tassel being all messy, I will fix that. It is clean. It's very clean. The gold tone that it's hanging on is in good shape, nice condition, and these appear to be just little glass beads with little gold tone spacers, white and tan. Let's see, this chain here at the top end is also in nice condition. Okay, and do you have a name? It might be something there. No. No. Okay. Well, you can pretty much, you could even clasp this like way down here if you wanted to. That might make it kind of strange with that dangling off. So we will clasp it where it apparently was intended to be. There's a 3-inch extender. The length here is about 15 inches. Then the tassel pendant is 5.5. So around 20 inches, and then you have about a 3-inch extender. And we will call that, well, hang on. Let's check these beads just to make sure. I think they're just going to be glass, though. I'm sorry, I keep bumping this camera. Again with the cap. Okay. Yeah, barely moving into the glass range. Yeah. So we will call that a tan tassel necklace. And that will be item 12. So we don't have a whole lot left. Let's see, Mrs. with a little crystal. It's really delicate and dainty. Not marked. The silver tone chain is in great shape. That's really cute to maybe wear, I guess not to your bachelorette party, but maybe on your honeymoon. Let's see, or to your wedding reception. Okay. The length on that is 8 inches. The extender is really long. The extender is about 3 1/4. And we'll just call that silver tone Mrs. necklace. And that will be number 13. I see something else in this little bunch that I know I'm going to be testing. Just because you never ever know. And it's these. We'll save those to the end. Well, to the end of this little bunch right here. Okay, this necklace can pretty much be adjusted wherever you want. It doesn't have an extender, but because of these loops, you could probably clip it wherever you wanted. The drop is 12 inches, then to the bottom of the longest pendant is 18 inches. And let's have a look at the gold tone. It's a little faded. Or is it? Let's compare it. Maybe it's supposed to be that color. That's the color it's supposed to be, it looks like. There's a little bit of oxidation, a little wear on the clasp, which does not have a name. And that clasp does not close all the way. And it doesn't look like the ring will slip through. The chain's in decent condition. The pendant itself seems to be in nice condition. It's just this gold tone, I don't know, maybe tribal look. I really don't know what that would be called. Let's zoom out so you can get a look at that. There it is. And we'll just call that gold tone long pendant necklace, number 14. Okay, and the last in this little bunch is these, which look like real turquoise. The reason I say that is because of the random matrix. That's the black veining in there. It doesn't look like it was created by human hands. Looks too random, and plus they're not exactly uniform in color, as you can see. On one earring it's not very uniform, and just between the two, one's more greenish and one's more bluish. And so I believe these are turquoise. The Presidium will not tell you if something is turquoise, but it will tell you if something's glass. So which I don't think these are. I don't really know where turquoise would read. Yeah, that doesn't even come up. So let's, another sign as to whether these would be genuine stone. Again, this one is not, you know, a definite works every time kind of sign, but usually a genuine stone is going to be on a precious metal. So let's take a look at these hooks. Yes, the hooks are sterling, so that is that has got to be turquoise. So nice. So we'll say turquoise earrings, number 15. And I think my thumb just felt a little bit wet from that acid. Well, we'll know if by the end of the day I've got a little yellow spot on my thumb. And it will be yellow for a few days if that's the case. So let me get out a fresh cotton pad. Okay, and then we will dump out the next one. Might these be some precious gold? Or precious metals. I remember back in the 80s. Was it the 80s? When these leaf dipped necklaces were like really popular. They would take an actual leaf and dip it in gold. This, I'm not seeing any marks on it. Is that a mark? No, that is not. No, and this there's probably some dirt right here. Can probably wash that off. Well, inexpensive polishing cloth is a really good item to have, whether you are a reseller or just a collector. See, I will also clean that. Polishing cloth didn't get it off, but I think it's just dirt. I don't think it's tarnish. But that's a pretty nice size. Just over 2 inches for the pendant. The necklace itself does not have an extender. The necklace has a 12-inch drop and then another 2 inches for the pendant. Lobster clasp with no marks. And no branding, but it is really nice. Okay, gold tone leather, gold tone leaf necklace, number 16. Okay. Some people enjoy untangling, some people do not. Okay, right here we have a couple of tassel necklaces. We'll do this one first. This one has some wear on the back of these settings. Little glass. I think glass. Yeah, glass rhinestones. Chain tassel. And it does have an extender. It's also got some branding, it looks like. No, I thought it did. It does not. It is 12 inches long with about a 2-inch extender. The entire pendant, starting from the rhinestones down to the bottom of the tassel, is about 5 inches. The chain is in nice shape. Very nice shape. Nice and bright. Really the only wear to be seen is here on the back, which makes me wonder really if it was made like that, since the rest of it looks so nice. Even the chain and the tassel is nice and bright. Okay, so we will say rhinestone tassel necklace, 17. And one more tassel necklace here. I also got a tassel necklace in my thread up 15-piece box that I did. You can see it if you go look in that video. I always like finding out about new designers, not necessarily new ones, but new to me. That was Eddie Borgo was the one in the thread up, and I found out that that was a very high-end brand, and I got to research and learn a good bit about that. This is Loft. Okay, so you've got a 2-inch extender. The necklace is 17-inch drop with the little disco ball and tassel together are 4 inches, and then you've got a 2-inch extender. Let's do a drive-by. See, the clasp is, looks like there's something on the clasp. Did I see something there? Well, it looks like there's something there, and then it doesn't look like there's something there. Okay, no. Okay. And it would be very uncharacteristic for a Loft piece to be a precious metal. Oh, we were doing a drive-by. We've already taken the measurements. So the chain is in really great condition. I don't see any sign of wear at all. I mean, it looks like it's never been worn. This tassel is very flowy. I mean, look at how that just drapes. Look at that. And it feels almost like thread. It's very nice. It's a nice tassel. I'm looking for the adjectives and can't find them. It is a little disco ball here, and apparently all of the rhinestones are there. I don't see any missing stones. So we'll say loft, disco ball, tassel necklace, number 18. This is a really nice stash for a Goodwill that normally never has bags. They have a jewelry display at this Goodwill, but even that display generally just doesn't have great things on it normally. So we have some earrings and a necklace here. Wouldn't it be great if this was sterling? I don't think it is, though. Let's see. It is not marked, and it doesn't have that look. I know a test would show that it's not. So we are not going to test this one, but it is in very nice condition. That chain looks very nice. And this bead spins. It probably can't tell on the video, but it does. There's not an extender. But with these links, again, you could clip it wherever you wanted. The length is 17 inches. And then the pendant is another about 2.5 inches. No branding. And again, you may have heard me say this in a previous video. It just really is kind of sad to me when there's not a name on a really unique piece. Like, you know, nobody gets the credit for that. So anyway, we'll call this little infinity swirl necklace. We'll just call it that. Silver tone infinity swirl necklace 19. Somewhere along the way, I've adjusted things so that my the leg of my tripod is in the shot, so I apologize for that. These earrings are leather. Yes, they are. Okay, which makes me think... Let's see if I can do some adjusting here. Which makes me think that these hooks are probably sterling, and these are probably pearl. I don't know, that they just have that luster to them. Well, I don't know, right there. The rest of them seem to have that kind of, that pearl luster. Let's just take a look. Let's rub them together. Yes, they do have that gritty feel. This is leather. And let's give a quick scratch for the hooks. Yes, the hooks are sterling. So probably that convinces me that those are actual pearls. The fact that the hooks are sterling along with the leather cables, cords, and then the gritty feel on the pearls tells me that they're the real thing. So I might have to research these. These have the feel of being kind of high-end. So I'll look at them and see. I'll research that. We'll just call these leather pearl earrings, item 20. And I think we're going to be testing again. Let's neutralize this stone for a minute. We want to make sure we're getting accurate results. I'll give that a minute to dry while we look at these. These are fleur-de-lis, really pretty. No markings, but again, that doesn't mean anything. As far as maker, it just means somebody doesn't get the credit for making them. But as far as whether they are sterling, not being marked doesn't necessarily mean that they're not. Okay, a nice bright scratch. Let's do the hooks also. Okay, and then, okay, this is the fleur-de-lis, and this is the hook. Is anything turning blue there? Faintly, maybe? That would mean that there may be a little silver content, but not enough to make it sterling. So we will call these silver tone fleur-de-lis. And they will be item 21. And then the last little bag we have is this pin, a feather or leaf, no marking. It looks very vintage, maybe 60s or so. It has sort of that I don't know, maybe a Sarah Coventry or a Trifari kind of look to it. We will just say feather brooch, item 22. Next, oh my goodness, okay, this cute little strawberry. At one time it was $1. Maybe at someone's yard sale, I guess. Okay, I will clean that paper off. It has a mark. Oh, Sarah Cove. That is Sarah Coventry. Took me a minute to see that. It is 2 inches long. Sarah Coventry strawberry pin and our strawberry brooch. It looks to be in great condition. Let's check. The little clasp is in great working order. The pin itself is not bent. And I will clean that sticker off. So Sarah Coventry strawberry pin, 23. Okay. Here's a chunky pendant, little floral thing. Oh, no mark on it. Little AB crystals at the center, enamel on gold tone, and glass beads, faux pearls. Some little chips, which may be quartz. Little AB bicones. Gold tone chain, which looks like it's in nice shape. And a 2-inch extender. And there is a brand. What is this brand? And is it upside down? I do not know this brand. If anyone knows this mark and whether it's right side up or upside down, I would appreciate some input. Anyone who's familiar with that. We will just call this flower statement necklace. The drop is 9.5 inches. The flower pendant is about another 2.5, and then you have a about a 3-inch extender. So flower statement necklace, 24. We're down to the last few items. I told myself this video would be no longer than an hour, and I've already gone over that, but not by much, so hopefully we'll wrap up pretty soon. Okay, we've got stickers on things. That one came off nicely. Okay. No mark. This looks like brass. It's like a little artisan piece. This is some kind of stone. I really don't know what kind of stone. I don't know what that is. I'll try cleaning that. And this is some kind of stone as well. Or maybe ceramic. Little brass findings. This one's an interesting piece. It needs some cleaning, but it's an interesting piece. It has about a 2-inch extender on it. The drop is about 7.5 inches without the extender. And the pendant is 1.5 inches. We'll just call this brown stone necklace. Item 25. Okay, little ring here, which feels very lightweight. It feels almost like it could be plastic. I don't know how you would size something like this. 4. Looks like that. I would say that's probably a 4 or a 5 maybe. I'd call it a 4 just to be safe. But there's that. We'll just say gold tone spiral ring, 26. So anything that you want to order, as long as the package weighs a pound or less, I believe shipping is $5 on this. So let me know all the pieces you might be interested in. J. Jill, this is a suede. It's got a little bit of green right there. I'll see if I can clean that off. Little gold tone. I don't know if you'd call that a floral or a cross. Little gold tone pendant. And the drop is 7 inches. The extender is about 3 inches with a little about 3/4 inch long cross or flower pendant. We'll just call that J. Jill leather necklace, item 27. Another brooch here. Looks very mod. Actually, it looks very vintage. Maybe from the 50s or 60s. It has some kind of signature on it. What is that? Is it another Sarah Cove? It is. Another Sarah Coventry. Nice. Okay, the pin is straight. The clasp works nicely. Okay, gold tone Sarah Coventry pin. 28. Okay, a chain that has a little knot. It's a good opportunity to show you how I get those out. Any marks here? Oh yes, there is a mark. What is it? If you zoom in really close, my terrible looking nails. Oh, 925 Italy. And then that maker, I'm not familiar with that mark. But we'll look at that. Okay, and how I untangle things. Let me zoom way in here. If you're going to be doing anything like this, it is a very handy thing to have some upholstery needles is what I use. And really there's no huge technique to it. You just kind of do it. It usually works pretty quickly. I've never had it not work. You just get some space in the tangle, and then as you get space, you just make that space bigger and bigger. Like there you go. Until you can get your fingers in it. And there it is. And I've gotten out some really, really gnarly tangles before. So here's a 925 Italy chain. If you are interested in this, I will polish it at your request. I will not polish it unless you request it. Some people like that patina. This has a drop of 8 inches. So, Italy sterling chain, number 29. Okay, and looks like the last thing we have here is I was looking for a clasp on it, but it looks like there is not one. Oh yeah, there is one. There it is. No branding. The chain is in nice condition, very nice condition. Very bright. It's not dull with scratches or anything like that. These little dangly pieces are also not dull. They're very lustrous. This is shell or mother of pearl. And those are really pretty. There's shades of tan and ivory in there. I mean, it is not ivory, shades of, like ivory and cream. Okay, that's really pretty. That could be maybe doubled up or clasped, wherever you want because of these, the width of these links. Let's see, this has a drop of 20 inches. These individual little shell discs or mother of pearl discs are about 3/4 of an inch wide. and we will call that Silver Tone Mother of Pearl Necklace, number 30. Okay, and then number 31, what I think I'm going to do with these, I have the little mismatched Christmas earring here, Christmas ornament. And this one also does not have a match, but then we have the Pirates of the Caribbean Santa, and then the silver and the white snowflakes. We're just going to put all of those into our craft lot, which is right here. And the craft lot will be item 31. Okay, and then last but not least, the items I got from our little children's athletics sale. They were having that at the local, I live in a really small town, and there's a local auto parts store, and they were just set up in the parking lot of the auto parts store trying to raise money for their team by selling donated items. Okay, these are some little art glass earrings, which are really pretty, or lamp work. I'm not really sure the definitions of the different types of glass. I think lamp work means that there's a different glass inside and then a different one on the outside. So I'm going to call it lamp work. If I'm wrong, please correct me nicely in the comments. So I will just call those lamp work earrings. And I don't know. No, these are not marked, but they're not worth testing. I know that that's not going to be sterling. But these are little art glass earrings, and we're going to call those item 32. We're down to the last few things here. Okay, these little flower earrings, little silver tone. They're really pretty. Oh, hello, one's broken. Okay, well, because that broke, both of these are going to be added to the craft lot. But here's what they look like. There's those. Okay. These little, I don't know what you would call these. Little filigree open work dangly earrings. Let's give them a test. Okay, that's not going to be sterling because of the coppery color there of the scratch. I already know those aren't going to be sterling. But we'll call those silver tone filigree earrings. 33. And the very last item is the color of red coral, but I do not think it is red coral. Just because of the way that matrix looks in it, it makes me think howlite. I think that is a dyed howlite. But this does look very much like tarnished silver. Oh. That's some kind of mark there. Let's give it a try. It's a very bright scratch. Well, actually, we'll test the hook. We'll also test the little bail here. If you're going to be testing jewelry, keep in mind that just because the maybe the clasp on a bracelet might say 925 doesn't mean the whole bracelet is necessarily. Those are both very coppery looking as well. Let's see. Okay, well, we just called that one out. That's a faker. Yeah, so this hook that says 925 on it is not telling the truth. Let's do one more test on that hook. The little bubble. But no, that is not sterling. That's why it always pays to test. Okay, and then we will neutralize our stone for next time. And that is it for this video. We have about, what, 33 items all together. I really appreciate you spending this time with me. Please remember to comment if you have more information or questions or anything about any of the items that you see here. Here again are the ordering instructions, SkeeterJonesThings@gmail.com. Include the video name, the item number, and a brief description. Keep these things in mind here. Also include your PayPal email. And if you like the content, please give me a like and a share. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And engage with me in the comments. I love responding to comments. Just please be kind. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.